Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm a little bit spooky and this is 35. I am 35 years old today and this is my birthday makeup and I am in love with it. I've got some pretty crazy swamp witch hair today that I kind of just don't know what to do with, so we're just gonna have swamp witch hair today. But yeah, we used the Huda new Jaguar Wild Obsessions palette. Oh my goodness, spoiler, this palette's fantastic and this is the look I created with it. It was such a joy to work with. And yeah, we're gonna talk about aging gracefully today. We're gonna talk about this palette, do some swatches, and just talk about what it's like to be in your 30s. How my little weird brain is processing things. So yeah, if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how you feel about aging gracefully and skincare, tweakments, your mindset on just life in general, how you feel. Are you more confident now? Do you just not give a fuck anymore? Let me know down below and let's have a conversation all about it. And yeah, let's have a conversation about that. And without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, I've got coffee. I'm ready to have a nice day. I had a birthday cinnamon roll and I'm drinking a sugar-free mocha. I'm going to get pizza tonight. Hell yeah. And then tomorrow we're making kimbap. I'm excited. So let's do some pretty makeup. And this is also a kind of first impressions little mini review situation using the Wild Jaguar palette from Huda. I think, yeah, this is the Wild Jaguar Obsessions. How beautiful is this? Ugh. Yeah, I fell in love with this palette when I saw it and was like, I need this. And I just now got my hands on it and getting around to using it because I've been sick. So here is what it looks like. How pretty. Look at that gorgeous purple. Oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I think we're gonna have to use like these beautiful like purpley tones because they're so pretty. Oh, they're so good. Here, yeah, I am wearing like a robe today. It's cold and it's cold in the house. And in this economy, we are not turning the heat up that much. We're just gonna bundle up, keep the electric bill down. All right, so I can enjoy my coffee still. I'm gonna start with, I think that, should we start with this shade or this shade? I think let's lean into the cool tones. Let's go with this taupe shade. I've already primed my eyes, by the way, with the Sigma eye base. And yeah, let's take this taupey shade on a large fluffy brush from Sony Kashuk and see how that does. Ooh, very legit pigmentation here. Nice, very nice. So yeah, today is my birthday, by the way. I'm at 35 and I'm kind of proud of myself for being 35. Like I'm not like, 35. I've been making jokes with my husband about that. I told him it's my 29th birthday and from now on, all birthdays are gonna be my 29th birthday. I'm like kidding. I'm actually quite proud of myself for making it to 35. I didn't see myself making it this far in life. That sounds really morbid. I know. I'm a morbid person. But yeah, I can't believe I've made it this far and have a really nice life. And I'm really like content. Overall, like, on a whole, I'm a very content person with my life and I'm happy. So yeah, I'm excited to see what 35 is like and to be on the more, I guess you could say, mature end of the spectrum, but I'm not mad about it. I'm embracing it. I'm definitely embracing aging gracefully. Like I used to want to get Botox and lip injections and all the things. And the older I get, the more I'm kind of like, I don't care. There's, you know, a few little tweakments I don't mind having. I wouldn't mind a little Botox right here, or like right here, or here, and in my jaw. You know, there's a few little tweakments I wouldn't mind having. Maybe a little lip injection for some volume, but nothing like Instagram looking. No hate to that. I used to really want that actually. And I still find it attractive on a lot of people. It's just not, I don't think would suit my face. And yeah, I just kind of want to age gracefully for the most part, use my skincare and be happy with myself. I think, yeah, the only real tweakments I want is a little bit of Botox in my jaw because I have TMJ more than anything, and just to kind of shrink that muscle. But I tense my jaw really bad. So, yeah, and I tense this muscle right here in my chin. But I don't want Botox in my forehead because I need these muscles in my forehead to move my eyelids because my eyelids are actually paralyzed. And I don't want like a eye lift or anything like that, which you would think I would want. Nope. I like my little shrimp, hooded shrimp eyes. And I'm kind of, I think, not mad at aging because I think it's kind of a fun challenge of things changing. You know, I don't mind the subtle changing through over time of my face. Like my eyes used to not be hooded at all. They used to look like this all the time, just flat. And my brow has kind of fallen and I have more hooded lids now. And yeah, I don't mind that one bit though. I like it. I've come to really love what I look like. As someone who was made fun of relentlessly as into like, I was like 20. I've embraced myself and come to love myself and very confident where I used to not be at all. I think something happened when I turned 30, really. Very much a fuck it mood hit. And not as in fuck it, I give up. It was more of a fuck it, I don't care about what you think type of thing. And just started doing what I really want to do and enjoy life, and very much you only live once type of vibe. And I don't know, I'm definitely different than I thought I would be at this age. And I'm so glad that I do have that peace of mind with my physical appearance for the most part. I mean, obviously I do want like to get some more dental work done, like little things like that I think everybody wants to do. And that's more of a necessity. But you know, I'm not gonna fight what I look like. I'm pretty much just gonna enjoy it and enhance it and have fun. Okay, so that is the taupe shade. It is kind of a gray, purpley taupe. Very pretty, blended well. Shades like this can be a little bit troublesome. I've found over the years of playing with eyeshadow, but this one looks really nice. And I think what we can do is kind of give it a little bit more warmth to make it a little bit more wearable universally and not look so washed out by throwing in that little bit of a transition kind of soft camel color, like right around the edge. Yeah, that gives a little bit of a warmth. And I'm using a pretty light hand here just to kind of give that a little bit of something. Nice, I think that looks really pretty. I'm trying to use a lot of the shades today just to show them off. I guess we can call this another coffee and makeup today because I'm chatty again. Got a lot to talk about. But I think it's important to talk about this kind of stuff, about aging and being content with oneself. Alright, I'm taking a E25 and I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. Take a little bit of that. We'll bring that through the socket a little bit more concentrated. Oh yeah, that plays really well with both of those other shades, with the taupe shade and that more light camel tone. Very nice. Yeah, ooh, it pulls like a very pretty purple. I like that shade. That is so pretty. So pretty. Builds really nice depth as well. I definitely have come to really like myself. And what's weird, I think another thing that did help with that, aside from just, I think, growing up and like I somewhat want, you know, turning 30 and just getting that kind of fuck it mentality, was I started blogging and I started doing YouTube. And something about looking at myself all day and editing my face, and not editing my face, but like looking at pictures of myself and film of myself, video. You would think it would bring out every insecurity in you. But to me, seeing myself in action, I was more of a like, oh, that's what I look like. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Because I think in my head, I had built up just basically a troll, apparently. But no, somehow like just doing YouTube and seeing myself and talking to the camera has enhanced my confidence way more, which I don't think many people talk about that being a thing. I think more than anything, I hear people that say it brings out their insecurities. And you know what I think brings out insecurities is comment sections, the people nitpicking and, you know, talking shit, but who cares? That's the one thing that I'm like, I don't give a shit about. You ain't paying my bills. You don't matter to me. Like, really. Like, somebody, you know, leaving a shitty comment literally means nothing to me. That human doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't matter what they think. This sounds kind of cold, but it's the truth. And why should I not be cold about somebody who's being hateful, right? So, anyway. I just found that YouTube really did enhance my confidence, though. And not only just, like, as in... I'm not talking about, like, the way I look necessarily and that kind of confidence and having a higher self-esteem in physical looks. I mean more personality-wise. I become much more confident, and where I was only kind of like this with my husband or, like, my best friends, I'm more like this all the time now. It kind of got me out of my shell. Like, I was very, very much someone you had to get to know. You know, I was very quiet. And through this, I have gotten so confident with speaking and saying what I want to say and, you know, just being friendlier and, I don't know, just better at speaking to strangers and stuff like that. And just, I don't know, I think I can carry myself a lot better in social settings than I used to. And I used to be very, very, very shy. I was like the most shy extrovert you would ever meet. Definitely not introverted, but just quiet. And people still describe me as quiet sometimes, but they really are just people who don't know me. And it's more like, it's not that I don't, sometimes it's just because I don't want to talk to them, you know. But no, a lot of people, I think it's funny how I used to be described as the quiet person for a very long time, and definitely I'm not that anymore. I've embraced myself and found my voice in myself and become much more assertive, and I think that is something that comes with age, but I really think YouTube did help a lot with that. It's just kind of strange. I'm going to go back to the taupe shade, blend this around the edge. Alright, now I'm getting hot, of course, because I cranked the heat up 1 degree, but I got my studio lights on. But pumpkin was cold, and my husband was cold. I didn't want them freezing. Well, especially Pumpkin. She was cold and shivering, and she wasn't feeling too hot. She had upset tummy. But she's asleep on the couch right now. She's fine. She had a hickey tummy this morning, though. But yeah, let me know. Like, I know some of you guys out there are around my age or older. Let me know if you feel the same. Like, when 30 hit and 35 or whatever, that you just kind of was like, fuck it. And just decided to do what you want to do, what makes you feel good, and really quit worrying about what people think. And that is definitely something I want to impart on my channel, is just just do you. Do what makes you happy. If you ain't hurting anybody, it's fine. Wear the damn eyeshadow, you know, dye your hair the fun color. Get the tattoo. Have fun. Okay. Alright, I think I'm done with the mattes. I'm probably going to revisit the black matte in a little bit. But let's jump into the shimmers. Which ones do I want to use? I think we'll go with the purpley tones because I just feel like that's kind of the draw of the palette. But I definitely want to use these shades one day. But yeah, let's go in with these two right here and do something. I'm going to take that corner shade right here. The one that kind of didn't swatch super good, but we're going to try her out. I'm just going to pop that onto the lid. Yeah, it's just kind of, it doesn't have a strong color to it. But oh, it's pretty though. It is pretty. There we go. Yeah. With a finger, it looks quite nice. So I'm going to put that on the inner part. That is a pretty color. It's like a dirty lilac. I do like that. One thing I have noticed is that I've gotten maybe a little more boring in my makeup choices. I've just kind of embraced neutrals, which I think before was just not something I was into, and now I'm like really into like shades like this, like these weird, more off the beaten path neutral shades. That's something I think has changed with me taste-wise over the years, last couple of years. If you go back and watch some of my older videos when I first started YouTube, you can definitely see that I was a little more colorful. Oh, that applies great with a brush. Well, that was unexpected. Huda's shimmers don't usually do that well with a brush. Well, dang. And that, like, applied it. That was unexpected. Usually her shimmer shades are not brush friendly. I just kind of grabbed it just to see. Normally it's a finger or a sponge tip is the way to go with Huda's shades. But looky there. And I love how her shades have so much sparkle in them. Oh, pretty. Alright, that's quite nice. Now I'm going to take the pewter shade right here. I'm holding the palette upside down, by the way. This one. And I'm going to put that kind of more over here on the outer corner. I feel like this would pick up good on a brush. It's, so far. Yeah, it's doing good on the brush. I'll pop that right out here. And let it kind of flow over towards the center of the lid. Very sparkly. A bit sparklier than I anticipated. And I'm not mad at that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now I'm going to take that center shade right here. See how it does on the brush. It's picking up really nicely. And pop that on the middle of the lid. Oh, wow. Finally, Huda makes some shimmers that will apply with a brush. I am so proud of her. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. But I bet with a finger, stop it. Yep, a finger. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I don't reach for purple very often, but there's something about this purple that I'm just like, I'm gonna bathe in it. Kind of gotten into purple eyeshadow lately. Like different tones of purple though. Yeah, alright. I've just been craving using purple lately. Very nice. Alright. Now let's take a little bit of that matte black and I'm gonna try to apply that very delicately because it is pigmented. And let's see, what brush do I want to use? I want to use something pretty concentrated that I've got good control with. Let's try this little guy. This is a Morphe 506. I haven't used that in a long time. And take just a touch. I'm just going to touch the black with it. And go right out here on the outer corner. And let that flow over. Very lightly, like I barely touched the shade. Just to give some depth up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very good. I feel like I still want her Python one. I still have no interest in the Rose Quartz palette though. Just don't want it. Don't want it. Maybe if I see it in person. But I think, well, that's how I felt about Mercury Retrograde. I had no interest in that one until I saw it in person. I just feel like I don't need I don't need Rose Quartz. I'd rather buy these Obsession palettes that are a little more unique and fun. Now this is like some dirty 90s futurism vibes. Like it's funny that the 90s like Y2K futurism stuff's kind of trendy. Everything was holographic and silver. That's a trend that I did not see coming back. Was like the late 90s, early 2000s trends of like the Jinkos and the thing is they're mixing trends in eras. Like the 90s or the late 90s futurism look, and they're mixing it with like the early 90s stuff, and like no, those things didn't go together. That was two different eras. Like the people that did this one look were children. Like when you wore combat boots and flannels, those were adults, like fully adults with careers by the time the 90s futurism stuff came around. That was like when I was a preteen, you know? So like the early 90s with the grunge and all that, which is my preferred, more aesthetic really, I was 4, you know, I was a child, a baby. More formative years were the Spice Girl era, the 90s futurism time frame, the Y2K. But they're mixing like some of the like early 2000s trends in, and it's looking back with rose-colored glasses of a lot of these trends. And I do think the way they're being brought back is a little bit more refined and cool. Like in some of the outfits I've been seeing and like clothing at Target, I'm like, yeah, okay, you're bringing back the good parts in an updated way. I like that, and I like the way that like home decor is going. The home decor trend though right now is definitely way more 80s. It's following more that 80s kind of Art Deco vibe, which was revisiting Art Deco and updating that. Now we're on like a third iteration of that. And I don't mind it though. I actually like it, and I like the bringing in the kind of the more natural textures. I think look really nice, like the macrame and the pampas grass and the terrazzo and stone and clay and ceramics. Like I think that looks really nice. There's a lot of that I like, but it's not particularly my taste. But every now and then there's a piece I enjoy. I'm still like black marble and white marble. I like very clean stuff, really. How did we get started talking about home decor? We're freaking doing eyeshadow here and talking about aging gracefully. I tell you, it's a stream of conscious when I'm turn that camera on. I don't know what's going to come out my mouth. It just starts going. Thank God that I'm not live, because you would just be like, shut the fuck up. That's what would happen. Not that I'm like saying anything like offensive or anything. It's just like, just shut up. Quit rambling. And lots of ums and ahs. And just kind of some blank stares here and there where I'm trying to decide what I want to say. Okay, I'm liking this. All right, I'm going to do some black liner, like a little bit of a wing. And I'm going to use a liquid liner for that. We'll just zoom through because that has nothing to do with the eyeshadow necessarily. I've got the McDonald's theme song in my head again. Why do I keep having bop, 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 bop in my head? I want it out. All right, let's do a wing. I haven't even finished this coffee and I'm like wound up. Wow. Why? This guy slept a long time yesterday. Sometimes self-care is truly just sleeping like 24 hours. Sometimes you just need that, man. Or like 18 hours. It may or may not be the second time I've done that this month. Alright, cool. That looks good, like that. Now I'm gonna go jump over to my little packer brush here. I'm gonna take some more of that black eyeshadow. Now I want a smaller, concentrated, dense little brush. Take this little pencil brush from Sonia Kashuk, get a little bit more of this black, and just come right where I put that wing and smoke it in just a bit. Yeah, like that. I think I'm just excited about going to eat in a restaurant tonight. I'm very, very excited about seeing people because I have not, I've left the house to go to Target once after I was free and clear. That's it. But I haven't eaten in a restaurant. I haven't had like anything really like fast food or like just takeout. So I'm excited to have delicious pizza. I'm gonna get honey pizza. I love pizza with this spicy honey on it. It's a pepperoni pizza and it's got spicy honey drizzled on it. It is phenomenal. So I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat the whole thing probably. I'm just gonna have a nice little evening. A quiet birthday. I actually wasn't planning to do anything, but Lyle asked if I wanted to go out to eat. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna clamp this ball out. I'm gonna do my face makeup and then we'll be back for a lower lash line and the finishing touches. See you in just a minute. Okay, just cleaned up all the fallout. Got my foundation on, powder, and my brows are touched up. For foundation, I use the AOA Studio Prowear foundation and the concealer, both in the shade Porcelain. For powder, I use NARS Light Reflecting Powder under the eyes, and on the rest of the face, I used my Hello Halo from e.l.f. Right, so here we are. I've also tight lined my upper waterline with some black liner. Let's do some lower lash line action. Also, I wouldn't have put my jewelry on, and this is my new shirt from Target. Just a boyfriend button-down type of thing. It's like way bigger than I thought it would be. This is only an extra large, and I thought I was going to have to return it probably because it was going to be too small. Because That's one thing this last year. I put on some weight this year because I got on a new medication that always makes me gain some weight. And I just have been eating like crap, to be honest with you. And quit smoking, so I have been eating some feelings around here. But anyway, I thought I was gonna have to return it, but this is actually fits. I can size it down. What? I'm very surprised at that. I know it's supposed to be big because it's like the boyfriend fit, but dang, I was a little shocked. I'm just saying. I usually anticipate everything being too small. No matter what size I am, that's just kind of a thing I have. That might be one like subject that I could maybe a little sensitive over. And not that much. Like I really don't care that much about that. And that's another thing that I've definitely gotten where I don't care as much about. Like I don't get worried over gaining some weight, losing some weight, whatever. Like the number on the scale doesn't mean anything to me. And want my clothes to fit that I already have and own because I don't want to spend money on new clothes. That's pretty much my only thing I care about, and how good my body feels. As in, how bad does my back hurt? That's pretty much my only thing I care about, is my back not hurting. Because when you have really pre-bad scoliosis like I have and arthritis, 5 pounds makes a huge difference. It really changes everything, and you get where you... And right now I'm in a pretty bad place with that sort of stuff. So that's like, I think the only thing that 35 has kind of kicked my ass with, or my mid-30s, is metabolism's definitely slowed down. Arthritis has become a actual legit problem for me. My hands feel the way they look. I've been asked throughout my life, do my hands hurt? And it's, no, they don't. They don't hurt. Yeah, they're curved. I don't have joints in half of them. Never had complaints about pain in them, but they look like they should hurt. I understand that. They now hurt. they hurt like they look. This finger, oh my god, it has been killing me lately. And this one, and my elbows and shoulders and neck, and I feel like my shoulders are getting higher. I don't know. Anyways, sorry, off subject. Lower lash line. Okay, I'm gonna take this Marc Jacobs liner real quick, and this, I'm not 100% on the shade. This is a highliner, but the shade is not on here, which is very annoying. But it's a really pretty kind of dusty lavender shade. It's very smoky, deep lavender. I'm gonna put that in the waterline. So let's do that real quick. I feel like this color will look pretty with this, and I always want to use these. I do have a little bit of eyeliner transfer in the inner corner. I'm just going to leave that there. Wound up today. My goodness, I think I'm just excited about leaving the house. That's such a pretty liner. Like, it's soft, but it's still pretty impactful. More so than I always think it's going to be. It always makes my nose like feel like it's going to run. Oh, something just popped in my ear when I did that. Oh, when I sniffed. That was horrible. I'm having a little bit of sinus issues still. It just felt like something snapped in my ear. That's horrible sounding. I didn't feel it, but I heard it. Ugh. Okay. Now, let's move on to eyeshadow. Jesus Christ. Shut up. Shut up. Alright. I'm going to use my little pencil brush. I'm going to take that taupe shade. Start to run that along and kind of blend that eyeliner out with this. So do you want to make any resolutions this year? Like, I forgot to ask that in my Get Ready With Me the other day. Did you like make an actual resolution? I'm gonna quit like doing any sort of retouching on my skin. I'm just not. I'm gonna leave my skin the way it looks when I take a picture on my phone, and I'm just gonna adjust like lighting. But I usually, if I have a pimple or something, I'll kind of go in like spot fix. I think a lot of us do that. It's not a big deal, and I'm not mad at people who do that. But I think I want to show my real skin at mid to late 30s, and be real about it. I think that's gonna be something that I want to do. The only thing I do sometimes, like, and will probably want to continue to do, is like just enhance the eyeshadow to where it's a little more dynamic in a picture, just to do it justice. Because sometimes I feel like in photography, it gets washed out, or the shimmer doesn't show. So I take the little what is it, like the detail tool, and just kind of lightly tap that over, and on the eyes just to kind of make them stand out. Because usually I'm just trying to show off my eyeshadow more than anything. And if I'm doing like foundation posts or anything to do with foundation or skin, I don't mess with skin. But if it's like just a makeup picture, I do kind of will correct it, like a pimple or something, like a little pimple here. I Photoshop out. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave everything. I'm gonna leave every little wrinkle, the little dent in my nose, little scar I have up here that I always, for some reason, want to Photoshop out. I don't know why I do. I just don't like the way it looks. But it's just a little scar where I had chicken pox. Alright, I'm gonna take this darker brown and start to run that under here as well. I'm so excited about leaving the house and going to eat pizza. Not only am I getting pizza today, but Arby's brought back the macaroni. And I'm going to go get me a little cup of that for lunch today. And then I'm going to go have pizza tonight for dinner. Which lunch is in just a minute. I need to get a move on here because my husband's going to be getting up in like an hour ready to eat. Cool. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. I do want to maybe concentrate that black a little bit more at the lash line. There we go. It's weird. I had such a hard time getting back in here to film because I just like wasn't feeling super hot, you know, and just kind of got a bit of a funk, I guess. But man, I missed it. I really did miss filming. So I'm having so much fun this week. Back to work. Alright, let's take some of the silver pewter shade and take that on this little detail brush. I'll put some of that on this inner corner, I think. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. And bring that along the lower. Let's move on and do some finishing touches on the rest of the face here. I'm going to do some contouring. I'm going to use my Filmstar Bronze and Glow and take that on an e.l.f. highlighting brush. As per usual, do a little bit of some contour action. I didn't really pull a bronzer shade. But this kind of doubles as both. I'm not real concerned about the skin being super warm. I think I do look a little pale, but the AOA Studio Foundation's quite light on me even. It's almost too pale for me, so I'm gonna use this, get a little color back in the skin. And take some of that contour bronze shade. And just put a bit right out here. My temples are breaking out so bad. And I don't know what is up with that. Just my temples and a little bit across my forehead. You know, I'm pretty sure it's the not washing my face for a week when I was sick and just not doing anything might be the culprit. But why are they breaking out now? I didn't break out while I was sick. But it's just here and a couple like here and a couple on my chin. I was very like oily feeling. Even when I did wash my face, I still felt oily lately. Or I have been feeling really oily. Man, when I was sick though, that was the last thing I cared about, was even washing my face, much less skincare. So I think I'm breaking out from that now. I'm going to go ahead and do some highlighter now. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Blossom Glow. I haven't pulled this one out in so long. But I thought that would just be pretty with this eye look today. So let's go ahead and pop a little bit of this on the cheeks. Something in a bit of a cooler, almost pink iciness would look nice with this. And I'm not going crazy piling it on. Just nice and soft. A graceful application. This is a really nice blush or brush if you don't want a super intense application of highlighter. This is a Sonia Kashuk. I'll link it below because I can't find the name of it. But it's just her like small tapered highlighting brush. And it just really does give you a nice diffused application of a highlight without it getting too intense. Because these Wet n Wild highlighters can be quite impactful. I'm going to take a little bit on the inner corner of my eyeball. Alright, and for blush, I'm going to go in with this one from e.l.f. This is one of the Putty Blushes, and I don't know the shade name. I don't believe. It's, oh no, this is Tahiti. I do know the shade name of this one. I thought this one's pretty. It's kind of a berry wine color. I'm on a kick for like a really wine colored blush, but this was pretty close to what I found at the drugstore, and I think it'll look pretty with today's look. So we're going to put a little bit of this on. I'm not going to go super intense with it, but just for a nice little blush on the cheeks, I think this would be a good one. But I just got this one at Target and I haven't used it yet. And I thought today would be the good day. A good day to put it to use. Yeah, I think that's a pretty color. That's nice. It has a bit of a warmth to it. It's not super light. Yeah, that's a good shade. Definitely kind of what I was looking for. Merlot. Wouldn't mind going a little bit more Merlot-ish, but this is a good start. I can't remember. Somebody was talking about Merlot blushes, and it just kind of got in my head, and it's like, I don't have any. Because I just didn't own any. So I was like, I need some. That's really what happened there. Okay, and for lips, I'm going to go in with this Maybelline Ultimate and more Mocha. I think this would be a pretty color with this eye look. It won't compete with it. I've already lined my lips, by the way, with Los Angeles from NYX. Yeah, just a nice kind of cool brown. All right. I think I like that. It's pretty. I love these Ultimates from Maybelline. They're so good. But there's some mascara on and some setting spray and we'll be done. All right. Okay. Mascara is on. I used Bite Beauty Upswing, one of my absolute favorites. And we've got some Wild Swamp Witch hair today, and I'm, you know, it doesn't even like want to be brushed. Like I try to brush it, it just, the brush doesn't want to go through it. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to pop on just a touch of some setting spray here. And we are done with the look today. I think this is like the perfect kind of birthday makeup because it's fun, it's smoky, it's sultry, it's a little bit grungy and kind of dirty looking, which I love. And it could be a little bit futuristic looking if you want it to, a little gritty, kind of like imagine you live on Tycho Station in The Expanse, like that kind of vibe makeup. So you got a little bit of that going on, or it could be just something kind of pretty and a little bit chic, but still a little colorful. And hands down, I gotta say, this is probably one of the best Obsession palettes that I've used. Like, it flawlessly, worked flawlessly. Beautiful, beautiful shades. These metallics are amazing. These are probably her best metallics she's done. They actually pick up on a brush and apply with a brush. What? And they're beautiful. They are beautiful. So I definitely say this is a great Obsession palette. Again, you know, I love these, and this, they've just steadily improved. Every single like edition I've gotten has been better than the last, and I love that. I think Huda is always improving her products and doing a great job. It was definitely a wonderful palette, really fun to play with. I'm gonna probably be revisiting this one a lot and having some fun with it, because you know how I feel about those Obsession palettes. They're my favorites. But yeah, this is the birthday look. This is 35. And yeah, that is all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and having a cup of coffee, doing some makeup, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay spooky. Bye now.